Shinzo Abe suffered an injury to the right side of his neck due to a gunshot and is bleeding internally in his chest. These are the reports that we have been able to access at this point of time. So internal bleeding in the chest due to an injury to the right side of his neck. We also have Dr. Swasti Rao. We have live frame coming in as well from the place where the Japanese Prime Minister is going to be briefing the media. Dr. Swasti Rao, do you think questions on the kind of security provided to a former Prime Minister is going to be raised? Is that going to be addressed?
Morning to you. I think we all woke up to a shocking news, of Shinzo Abe getting assassinated, and it's very critical about a question, directly. See, I have lived in that country for about 5 years, and I can tell you, and I can vouch for it, that it's the safest country, in relative terms in the world, and this kind of a thing is completely unheard of, and especially a kind of a public assassination of somebody as huge as Shinzo Abe himself. So I think as far as beefing up security and those security questions are concerned, obviously I think this is going to be a turning point in Japan's. I think the lives of Japan's political leaders, especially in the modern times, because they'll be forced to look much more closely into what went wrong, where were the security lapses. But I can tell you, it's such a peaceful, safe, secure country. 3-year-old, 4-year-old children make it to school all by themselves, and the entire society takes care of them. So it's extremely difficult. Like I said, it's shocking beyond comprehension as to somebody like Shinzo Abe has been shot. Now, as to why did it happen, I think the other panelists have also mentioned, and I also stand by the fact that it is better to not get into controversy or theories. There could be a whole host of controversy theories that will be brewing right now. But yes, and let me also tell you, because you've been asking about the China angle. See, let me tell you that LDP as a party, the Liberal Democratic Party of Japan, which is the biggest party of Japan, it has churned up the maximum number of prime ministers in Japan, etc. It has had the most, I would say, decisive role in deciding, where Japan is today. Now, this LDP has several factions. Okay, they are called Abasu in Japanese. And there are pro-China factions, there are pro-Abe factions, there are, different types of factions, okay, that power lobbies, within that big party, they have always existed, okay. One reason being because Japanese economy is so intertwined with China, okay. So it's always been there. In the traditional LDP outlook towards China, they have, for a long time, China was the biggest recipient of their official development assistance before India took over.